All right, let's walk through a simple retirement income planning scenario when we're talking about claiming Social Security benefits. And you can actually use this in your own life to determine when it makes sense for you to start claiming Social Security. Now, let's look at this. We've got $1 million in retirement assets. We've got a 55-year-old retiree, male, female, doesn't matter. Social Security at 62 is going to be $1,960. So for this example, we're going to do a single person. Social Security at 67 is $2,800, and Social Security at 70 is $3,472. Remember, at 62, this is 70% of the benefit. At 67, this is 100% of their Social Security benefit. And at 70, this is 124%. So what I want to try to do is get this $1 million to full retirement age. Because if they're going to retire at 55, I would like them to collect full retirement benefits. I don't want them to get to 62, but I'll show you both scenarios. So we've got $1 million. We've got a 55-year-old. Let's say this $1 million is in 401k. And they're going to use the rule of 55 in order to start distributing their assets. I mean, they're not going to pay a penalty on taking out qualified retirement assets. Now, if this money's in non-qualified form, like a joint account, a bank account, a brokerage account, then there's no penalty, only taxes. If it's in a Roth IRA, an IRA, or a simple IRA, or a SEP, and you start taking money out at the age of 55, there is a 10% penalty. So you want to make sure that you don't get penalized for taking retirement income. So let's look at this. So we got $1 million. That's our present value. We've got $50,000 in monthly expenses. So that's $4,166 a month. Okay, so $4,166 is how much we need off of our retirement assets with inflation to get us to 67 when we can start taking Social Security. So $4,166 a month. Let's say we're going to earn 6% a year. Now, the reason I like 6% as of rate of return, it's not how much is coming out of the portfolio, okay? It's a rate of return on the money that's in the market, okay? So it's saying, okay, my money's earning 6% in the stock market, and I'm pulling out $50,000 a year, okay? And we're going to do this for 12 years. At the end of 12 years, there's $1,136,675. That's earning 6%. So with this individual, I can say, hey, if we can earn 6%, this is how much you're going to have left when you start taking Social Security at 67. And again, if we get to here, we might say, let's see if we can push it to 70 to get even more benefit. Now, keep in mind, over the last 12 years, they've taken out about $600,000. Let's just say we earn 4%, because 6% might be too high for you. You might be a conservative investor. If you earn 4%, you'd have $877,389. So earning 4% on this $1 million, taking out $50,000 a year, gets you to $877,389 at 67. Well, for you, you might not like that figure. You know, I can't promise you what the market's going to do. So if you're at 55 and you're going, odd, I want to assume 4%, you might want to keep working based on these assumptions. Somewhere between 4 to 6 is what we'd like to earn, because once you stop working, the money that's in the market, we want to try to keep it as conservative as possible, because you're not adding to it anymore, right? I mean, you can have some growth in there. You want to have diversification, but if you have $1 million and you lose 30%, do you know the math on that? That's 300 grand. So we don't want to have this fully invested in the market. What I mean is we don't have it fully invested in growth stocks, because we've got to take income off this. So 4 to 6%, 877 to 1,136. So now you say, where are we at? So we get to 67 and we go, okay, $50,000 a year was our original expenses 12 years ago, right? If inflation's running at 3%, what's that look like in 12 years? Our expenses now go from $50,000 to $71,000, which is $5,940. That's our expenses. Our Social Security at 67 is $2,800. So take $5,940, subtract out $2,800, and now we need $3,140 off of our investment. So that's the income we need off of our investments forever, again, it's going to be inflated at 3% for the rest of your life. So remember, you were taking $4,166 at 55. At 67, it's jumped to $3,140 because of inflation, and you take out Social Security. So again, let's use 6%, and then we'll use 4% as our rates of return. So 3,140. Let's start with 6%. So we're at $1,136,675. 6%. Let's just see how long this is going to last. Let's drive it to zero. Let's say zero future value. I get no solution, meaning you never run out of money. Okay, now again, I'm not getting too in-depth showing massive inflation or going all the way down the scale, but we can assume if we can get this 55-year-old to 67, we're never going to run out of money. 4%, I get no solution again. So this is why it's so important to know your Social Security numbers. You want to know what you're going to get at 62, 67, and 70. And for your specific situation, it might not make sense to wait to 67. It might make sense to start at 62 because of where your assets are positioned. But you want to know this so you can do the assumptions. So you want to be able to do the math to know, okay, when I get to 85, I'm not going to run out of money, right? And so that's why we want to know our numbers, 62, 67, and 70, and we want to know our expenses. We want to put in inflation and rates of return and how long this is going to last.